For gamers, consoles are still a huge thing. Never mind the PC master race, it's still nice to have a device dedicated solely to gaming. And each time a new console model pops up, it's sure to trigger a tidal wave of pre-orders. This year is no exception. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, Sony still went through with the release of its new generation console, the PlayStation 5. The PS5 release is Sony's most successful console launch to date. Demand is unprecedented and pre-orders were in huge numbers. The PS5 is also Sony's most profitable launch yet, despite Sony not releasing any official sales figures yet. But there's just one huge problem with the PS5. Not with the hardware or the software, but with the supply. Try ordering a PS5 online today and you'll find that most sellers are out of stock. The PS5 has been so well received at launch that Sony was overwhelmed with the sheer number of pre-orders. So, can you still get your shiny new PS5? Next level of play. Before we answer that question, here is why the PS5 is so in demand. It's not your ordinary game console. The PS5 is capable of running games in a stunning 4K resolution at 120 frames per second. If you want to push it even further, the console can do 8K at 60 frames per second. It also features a super fast solid-state drive to make sure that games load quickly and run seamlessly. There's also a brand spanking new DualSense controller, advanced haptic feedback, and adaptive trigger buttons. The latter generates resistance on the buttons, which can simulate a number of things. The adaptive triggers can simulate the effect of drawing a bowstring or pushing a car's gas pedal. The controller even has a built-in microphone, which can pick up your voice clearly even while holding the controller in a normal position, that is, away from your mouth. Haptic feedback, on the other hand, gives a more realistic feel to game environments. If your player character walks on a rocky surface, for example, the controllers vibrate to make you feel like you're actually there. Another great thing about the PS5 is that games are all digital. There is a model of PS5 that only supports digitally downloaded games. However, there's also a model that still supports discs. This one is slightly more expensive though, but at least you have a choice whether to completely nix the discs or not. Good news for PS4 owners: if you upgrade to the PS5, you could still play your old PS4 games on it. That way, you don't need two separate consoles at home. That's also where the PS5 disc version comes in. Try and fail and try again. The PS5 was officially released on November 12 of 2020. Since that day, people have been flocking to retailers' websites in hopes of getting Sony's newest innovation. That's actually normal every time a new generation of console is released, but this year is a different story. Disappointment hit many aspiring PS5 owners as websites kept crashing or supplies simply kept selling out. On November 19, Jim Ryan, CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, said, "Everything is sold. Absolutely everything is sold." Even then, console enthusiasts remained hopeful. They tried and tried, but often to no avail. Online retailers were inundated with orders, and they just could not keep up. One big-ticket retailer, Best Buy, was overwhelmed with traffic on its website after they announced a PS5 restock. Thanks to the pandemic, more people are getting bored at home, too. This increased the demand for gaming devices, and for this reason, lots more people wanted the new PlayStation than ever before. Pre-order. The supposed start of pre-orders was September 17 of 2020, but for some weird reason, Sony went live all of a sudden even before that day. Some retailers even followed suit, allowing pre-orders before the 17th. People flocked to the retailer websites, causing many of them to crash. Sony has had to apologize for the mess, saying PS5 pre-orders could have been a lot smoother. But that's a could have been, Sony. You should have done better. Because of that, gamers everywhere are waiting impatiently. Scalpers galore. Also, because of the pandemic, Sony and its partner stores have only accepted online ordering of the PS5. While this should not have been a problem, a good number of shady people are taking advantage of the situation. Scalpers are trying to make big bucks by buying PS5s in bulk using bots. Then they resell the consoles for more than $1,000 a piece. That's more than twice the original price of the PS5, which is only at $400. According to data, over 32,000 scalped PS5s were sold on eBay for ridiculous prices. That would be 300% or more of the original cost. And these sketchy sellers raked in a whopping $19 million in combined profits. What made this worse is that scalpers could more easily stock up on PS5s online than through physical stores. That drove demand higher and made supplies lower. Can't keep up. Sony was already successful in generating lots of demand for the PS5. The pandemic was an extra factor they didn't anticipate, which generated even greater demand. Because so many people want their hands on the PS5, Sony's supply dwindled in a heartbeat. By the end of November, they were already sold out. Sony did say in a November 25 tweet that more consoles would be available before the end of the year, in time for the holidays, but this didn't quite happen. Even in 2021, the supply of PS5 still leaves a lot to be desired. If there are new stocks, they sell out almost as fast as the supply goes out. For some retailers, the restocks sell out within minutes. Not days, not hours, but minutes. A huge culprit for the lack of supply is, you guessed it, COVID. Production facilities could not operate at full capacity, so not a lot of PS5s could be made in time. In this regard, there's nothing anyone could do but wait. So, console gamers, please have lots more patience. Level up. The PS5 has such impressive specs that it convinced a lot of PS4 owners to upgrade right away. Normally, console owners don't buy the latest generation console right away if they still have the previous generation. But now, the PS5 presents a very desirable path to upgrade from the PS4. Imagine if all PS4 owners decided to upgrade. Based on global sales figures, more than 113 million PS4s were sold so far. Thus, there could be more than 113 million orders for the PS5, and this is just for the upgraders. For this reason, PS4 owners, along with first-time console gamers and those converting from other consoles, are competing for very limited stocks of the PS5. That drives demand even higher, and it looks like this demand won't be met fully just yet. Can you still get it? Definitely, you can still get your hands on a shiny new PS5. It'll take some time though, as retailers and Sony scramble to get new stocks. Demand continues to be high, so expect restocks to be sold out quickly. Also, expect to compete with other aspiring PS5 gamers for the latest stocks. To get the most value from your money, avoid scalpers. Remember that the usual price of the PS5 is in the range of $400 to $500. Anything above $1,000 is a huge scam. So if you're planning to get a PS5 from eBay, think twice first. You can if you want to, but be diligent to check the prices. Again, don't buy anything $1,000 or more. You can also get the PS5 bundles if console-only packages aren't available. Many fans speak against bundles, but it can be a good option if you really want the PS5 now but have no other choice. The bundles usually include 1 or 2 popular games, as well as a pair of controllers. They may be more expensive, but at least you get more out of your purchase. The PS5 hype is still there. It's been strong since Sony revealed details about its next-gen console, but getting one remains tricky. At this point, though, it's not as bad as it was last November and December. Stocks are steadily coming in, and many retailers have the PS5 available on their sites. Just browse around and find the retailers that have it in stock. Pretty soon, you can enjoy next-generation gaming at the comfort of home. The pandemic is far from over, so you'll have lots more time to play. And thanks to the PS5's top-tier hardware, your gaming will be a lot more exciting than ever.